PhilsGang.com is a powerful online website for novice and experienced stock traders and investors who demand professional-grade online tools, superior customer support, and extensive investing education. Not sure how to trade or invest in stocks? PhilsGang.com is your #1 educational source for online stock trading and investing material, with daily webinars, individual charting videos, and programs customized to make you a smarter, more informed investor. It's as simple as following PhilsGang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell. When they buy, you buy. And when they short stocks, you short. In this volatile market, wouldn't it be nice to have someone guide and coach you to create wealth in the stock market? Well, you can with PhilsGang.com. Simply go to PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. So Phil's Gang, Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived? Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. So Phil's Gang, Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Be sure to watch The Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 9 a.m. on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to The Phil's Gang Show right in your hands, at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Long way from when you described them as a JV team.
Well,
was that bad intelligence or your misjudgment?
Keep in mind, I wasn't specifically referring to ISIL. I've said that regionally, there were a whole series of organizations that were focused primarily locally.
And, of course, that was not true. Good morning. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Yesterday, we had a big move in the market because of oil. I told my gang members, I told them in class, I warned them, I said, when the oil dropped, I said, I don't think it's going to stay down very long. They're going to rally oil back up. It could even go up to $200. We were positioned with our charts to catch the move, just like we did with gold, and we did. And oil is on the move because of what is going on in the Mideast. I mean, you know, the OPEC nations control 80% of our oil. And that's what ISIS wants. They want to control those reserves. 80%. And they will get them because nobody's going to stop them. I mean, the burning to death of this pilot, I hope that it'll light a fire under Obama, as it is Jordan and all the other Middle Eastern countries. I mean, I think, you know, it's sad, very sad for the pilot. But this may be the one thing that gives us that window of opportunity. But will Obama close the window because of Valerie Jarrett? Who's Valerie Jarrett? She is an Iranian. Her parents were in Iran, born in Iran. She was born in Iran. She is very close to the Iranian leaders. She is Muslim. She has been tied to Obama's hip since grade school in the United States when her parents moved over here. Remember, her parents are Muslim. They also were, for 22 years, head of the Communist Party in Iran. And she has very close ties. She hates Israel. She has stopped more orders of missiles that were approved by the Pentagon that were being sent to Israel for their jets, and she personally stopped those orders. And the reason why Obama doesn't call them Islamic terrorists is out of respect for her, because again, she's Islamic, and you may as well call her a radical because she hates Israel. In fact, the discussions we're having now with Iran with the nuclear weapons and capability, she's arranged it to every time that we she has what they call the extend and pretend program. We're pretending we're negotiating with Iran to work out something with their nuclear program so they won't use it to wipe out Israel. Well, that's exactly what she wants. So she started this pretend and extend program. Every time we talk and we don't get anywhere and they extend the talks again, she pays them. The last payment was $2.8 billion. So far, we've paid them $12 billion to extend talks. This is ridiculous. Valerie Jarrett, right-hand person to Obama. In fact, after Larry Summers left the White House, because there was a lot of problems between her and Summers, because Summers really was acting as the president, and there was they kept going head to head. Now she is the president. She makes all the decisions. But that is why they do not. He does not use that word as Islamic terrorists.
There comes a time when we really have to honestly say, whose side is President Obama on? Is he an Islamist sympathizer? And I think that if there's one thing that the House and Senate can do, they need to bring up a resolution to censure the president for some of these actions. Why do we have the Muslim Brotherhood in our State Department? Why does the President of the United States request for the Muslim Brotherhood to be there when he's giving a speech? Why is there all this support for Mohammed Morsi but none for General al-Sisi? Because he is standing up against the Brotherhood. What happened in Libya? Why do we need to, dethrone Muammar Gaddafi and basically side with Islamists forth there?
Because of Valerie Jarrett. That's why. See, most people don't understand. Remember when he called it the JV team? And again, we'll get to the oil part of this because we got to look this all tying back to our oil stocks. But you got to understand. Remember, he said they were nothing but a JV team. Well, you got to remember. First of all, who is ISIS? They used to be Al Qaeda in Iraq, the Islamic State of Iraq. Okay, they used to have a different name. It was Al Qaeda in Iraq. Now we went in with our troops and allied with the Sunni militia, and we defeated Al Qaeda in Iraq during the post-2006 surge. But it didn't destroy them. We should have stayed there and destroyed them. In 2011, they rebooted. And Obama said, don't worry, they're the JV team. Now the leader, this guy by the name of Abu Bakr Baghdadi, I don't know, I'm not pronouncing his name very well. Let's call him Abu. Now, he was in Guantanamo Bay. He was the leader of these ISIS. It was a small group. Obama released him, even though he was advised by his military advisor, this is a vicious man, that even the Al-Qaeda are worried with him. Don't release him. He said, don't worry. He said nothing. He's a JV team. Once out of prison, Abu, the JV team leader of ISIS, successfully freed a number of prisoners held by the Iraq government and began rebuilding their strength in Iraq. Where Abu, the ISIS leader, he set up the Islamic State of Iraq. Now, there was a relationship between Abu, the ISIS leader, and Al-Qaeda leader, and this guy, we'll call him Ayman. And Ayman was in Syria, and they weren't really close, although they worked together because they had mutual interests. They shared an ideology. But the breaking point between Al Qaeda and ISIS, remember now, the leader Ayman, he was in Syria. He controlled the millions of people in Syria. He ordered the ISIS leader, this Ayman ordered Abu, look, he said, stop killing so many civilians. You got to back off. Abu, the ISIS leader, turned around and said, "No way. We're going." And then that's when they split. But eventually, Abu and he disobeyed, and then the two leaders started to fight for control in the world over all these people who want to be with them. You want to be with ISIS or you want to be with Al Qaeda? So they started this big fight around the world. Well, guess who ended up winning? It was ISIS, and they're the most influential group all over the world in the Middle East, and so he won. And now the Al Qaeda leader, he's under control of this nutcase Abu, and now Syria is under this ISIS leader Abu, and that's when he went in and to show his strength, to show up the Al-Qaeda leader, he slaughtered thousands and thousands of Syrians, cutting children's heads off between the ages of 2 and 12. And he crucified them, and he crucified adults. So now the ISIS leader, who was nothing more than a JV team leader, has doubled the land it controls in spite of the 800 airstrikes. The airstrikes don't work. You got to have boots on the ground. Now, his goal, and he's vicious. Think about it. The Al-Qaeda leader said to him, don't kill so many civilians. Well, right now, ISIS controls all this land, and they're going to control OPEC, and they're going to control 81% of the oil reserves. We'll talk about oil price when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grande. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring for 2 years. So they didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. It's just a 1% fee. They wipe out 28% of your money.
So you're saying there's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away for your retirement.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, this is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds in over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
PhilGang.com chooses InteractiveBroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information. Be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's InteractiveBrokers.com.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Please grab a pen and paper or type this into your phone. InvestYourself.com. For the best free financial newsletter on the planet, go to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. Hi, my name is Bob Renier, and for over 20 years I've been publishing InvestYourself.com, and I guarantee this is the only newsletter that provides the truth, it's easy to read, and it's free. Consider this. The feds have just ended the QE program in this country, but Japan and Europe continue to print money, and all of this affects our stock market in ways you've never seen before. I invite you to sign up at InvestYourself.com. Our absolutely free newsletter will help guide you through what's really affecting our markets instead of the nonsense you hear from the mainstream media. For over 20 years, people have called it the best free newsletter on the planet, and I think you'll agree. Take a moment and go over to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. It's absolutely free, no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's InvestYourself.com, InvestYourself.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com. or call 877-600-4264. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
His whole world seems to be based on the principles of Minister Farrakhan, which is, if it screws up America, I'll do it. And that's not entirely true, but it's largely true. But by no means entirely true. Well, but let's go back to something you mentioned a minute ago. Why won't he ever say the word Islamic in front of the word terror? Why won't he ever say that? Does he think that's going to make ISIS like us? Does he think that's going to make ISIS like him? Why won't he do that?
Well, I explained it. Because of Valerie Jarrett. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay. During the break, I got a few emails asking whatever happened to Syria, the Al-Qaeda leader, this guy Ayman. Well, he's now the right hand or lieutenant of the ISIS leader, Abdu. So they're working together, and they're, of course, they're afraid. Al-Qaeda has now thrown in with ISIS because they're so vicious. Can you imagine Al-Qaeda ordering this guy, Abdu, to, hey, knock it off, you're killing too many civilians? Unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, Al-Qaeda saying that. They're vicious. This guy's got to be stopped. But let's talk about oil. That's what this is all about. I talked about this a little last week, that we would have never had any of these problems. We wouldn't have to try to pronounce these ridiculous names. If Roosevelt didn't cut a deal with the Saudi family, the royal family, who had as I said, 80% of oil reserve, OPEC, and he reached out to Roosevelt and said, I don't have the technology. How about if you bring over your company, that back then was Standard Oil, and let them drill, and you protect us with your army, because we don't want to build an army. And that was the deal that was cut. And the first American foot to hit the sand over there in the sandbox, the first American foot from Standard Oil, that was it. That is the religious land. It was like the Indians here in the West. As soon as white man came out west, foot went on the Black Hills, it was over. It was their Black Hills was their. I know I'm from the Black Hills. It's their religious ground. So it's the same thing. If we never did that, if we just stayed here and kept drilling and drilling and drilling like we're doing now, and even Obama's trying to stop the drilling, the fracking, all the oil that we are getting now, why we have increased our oil production by about 50% is from fracking. And remember, Obama's taking credit for it, but he's trying to do everything to stop fracking. And that's why we ended up with this mess. Then it got worse when we had the problem with Saddam Hussein, and he went into Kuwait, and it was, remember, bin Laden, who just finished fighting the Russians in Afghanistan and won, and he wanted to come and go and fight bin Laden. I mean, Saddam, not Saddam. Yeah, Saddam. He wanted to go fight Saddam, and they said, no, we're going to bring in the Americans. So the royal family said, no, we're going to bring in the Americans. We want them to go in and fight Saddam Hussein, get them out of Kuwait. Well, this really made bin Laden grumpy. He said, but you're bringing the infidels here. They're coming on our holy land. He said, I can do it. I look what I did in Afghanistan. I beat the Russians. Of course, he didn't get the job. And that's when we got into all this trouble. And it's all about oil. So now ISIS will control this oil. Eventually, they will, because we will not. The Americans, just like the way we beat Hitler, it wasn't until America got into the war and put all the allies together that we defeat Hitler. You got a Hitler there. So oil prices are going to go up. That means everything's going to go up. Everything's going to go up because it's in our plastics and everything. And when the market opens in about 5 minutes, we're going to take a look at our oil stocks. Now, oil, as I said yesterday, had a big move. And oil has gone from $45 a barrel up to 50, I think it was 51 or $52 a barrel. But it's gone up about 13%. And on our charts, now again, here's what you should do. If you want to follow me on my charts, we have the cam up. All you have to do is go to philsgang.com, click on watch, okay, watch live, or you can go listen live, but watch live, and you can see the charts. You can see me, and I'm going to put up the charts for oil, and you're going to see how oil on my PT2 chart, and this is why it's a wonderful chart, because it's so simple to navigate, so simple to use, because there's only 2 indicators, actually 3 indicators. And if you have a mobile device right now, and you want to get on your mobile device, if you're in your car listening to me, whatever, get on and you can see this chart. It's called the PT2 chart. And you can see how the candlesticks turn red when the institutions, the big guys who control all the stock in these companies, when they pull their money out, it will actually turn red, and you see how it falls. Now, in the last couple of days, oil started to go back up. You can see on my chart, it was red and going up. It went from about $9.50. It didn't turn green until around $11.50. So that's how nice this chart is. It tells you when it was going from $9.67 up to $11.27, it was red. So it's telling you that there wasn't enough institutional money coming in that created pricing power in oil. As soon as it turns green on my chart, which it has now, it's telling you the institutions have put in enough money that is creating pricing power. And this is a beautiful thing. You haven't got to know anything about the company's fundamentals. That's what is so beautiful about charting. And then the oil companies, I like staying away from the oil companies. I like going to the oil service companies. And if you use OIH, and I'm going to put up OIH on the chart for you right now, it turned green as well on my PT2 chart. And we have what we call a confirmation, where you can see that just 2 lines. Red crosses orange, and that's your confirmation that enough money is coming in, that there's momentum, and red turned green. That's all you look for. Red turns green, and you go to the bottom and look for a confirmation where 2 lines cross. How simple could that be? And with today's technology, isn't that wonderful? You don't have to know anything about the companies. You don't have to know anything about BP. You don't have to know no fundamentals at all. How beautiful is that? We'll be right back when the market opens and take a look at these oil prices, see if we can make some money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
At philsgang.com, we're here to help you build a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security. Phil's Gang's technical chartists Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell are dedicated to helping you and guiding you to make profits in the stock market. For over a decade, philsgang.com has been empowering Phil's Gang members to take control of their financial lives. We're proud to offer knowledgeable investment guidance, powerful trading tools, and investing resources that help you pursue your goals with confidence. philsgang.com has daily live live webinar trading classes. They post alerts on market moves. They have tons of stock charting educational videos, and all philsgang.com material is archived. Whether you're an active trader or long-term investor, philsgang.com gives you everything you need to research stocks, place trades, and manage your portfolio. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grande. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring for 2 years. So they didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. It's just a 1% fee. They wipe out 28% of your money.
So you're saying there's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away for your retirement.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Show Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row. We're the fastest growing company in America. Now, Phil will share business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Investors who want to maximize their opportunities and minimize their losses, turn to philsgang.com. Beginner or seasoned investor, philsgang.com is where you learn to invest using professional-level skills and strategies, regardless of your experience and investing goals.
Been a member for about a year, and this year I'm up around 60% on my portfolio.
I'm a new gang member. I'm up like 15% in 3 months. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
For only $49.95 a month, you will have access to all Phil's Gang programs, special alerts, the daily investing class, and all material is archived. So why don't you take care of your financial opportunities with philsgang.com? Operators are standing by. Simply call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com today.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic, and that's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Easy Trade Platform.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. The market is open. I want to open a little bit, let it settle down. We'll take a look at oil prices. But in the meantime, As Reagan has said,
There you go again.
there you go again. Just as the president, think about it, it hasn't been, 6 months, and he promised when the VA was just falling apart, our vets could not get into VA, they couldn't get an appointment, taking 6 months, a year. And remember, he turned around and he promised them, I will give you what we call a choice card. And this was right after the VA scandal. And he gave the VA 90 days. Obama said, in 90 days, you got to establish the choice card program. And that's a way to guarantee a more timely and convenient access to care, unquote. Obama made that promise to the vets. If you can get an appointment, if you can't get an appointment to VA within 30 days, or if you live more than 40 miles away from a VA facility, I will make sure you can seek medical treatment from a private facility. Really? Well, guess what? He's cutting the program. 6 months. And he's cutting it by gutting the budget. He's defunding it by $10 billion. So he turned his back on the vets again. Oh, his reason for doing that is because he wants to see if it works. If it works, now remember, with the choice card, the vet can choose from a network of VA-approved private healthcare hospitals providers. Now, if it's VA approved. What do you mean not working? What do you got to check out? To be approved, they must treat Medicare patients and accept Medicare rates. That's it. So what do you mean we got to see if it's working? We know the VA is not working. We know the private sector works. So what are you talking about? So he just cut that. Terrible, isn't it? Unbelievable. All right, let's go to the stock market. Take a look at the market. The market is down about 34 points. We had a big day yesterday on oil move. Let's take a look at oil. And by the way, if you're in front of your computer or if you have a mobile device and you're in your car or whatever, you can just go to philsgang.com, click on to watch live. And we have the cam up and you can see. So oil is we'll take a look. I'm going to go to my PT2 chart first. You can see where it turned red and where oil had a huge decline about, let's see, if we go back a year, oil declined from about $57 all the way down to around $31. I'll get you a percentage on that in a moment. And we had a 45% decline. Now, I said that I thought that would be the base, and I told all my gang members every day, I said, we got to catch the oil move to the upside. We did with gold. And here's what you can see. It turned green. When it turned green, right here, that's telling you the institutional money. Let me bring it down to 3 months, my PT2 chart. So here we are. It turned green. It pulled back a little bit today, but that's fine, because especially if you're trading it. The other chart is my PT1 chart. PT2 is for long-term investors, a person who works all day long, who's busy, who can't, try to make money in the market using, being in a stock market from 2 days to 2 weeks or 2 months, called swing trading. If you don't have time to get an education on how to trade, we're not talking day trading, we're talking swing trading, where you in stocks anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months to 3 months. If you don't, you got to be educated. You got to take a course on charting, okay? Or otherwise you're going to lose money. And so this is the PT1 chart, and this is for people who want to swing trade. You can see we had a nice move to the upside, and she's pulling back, and that's exactly what we want. You always want a little pullback. You don't want to keep going straight up, because what happens in charting, it'll show if a stock keeps going up, the higher it goes without pulling back and consolidating, it has a high probability going all the way back to where it started. So we got a nice pattern in oil services, OIH. So again, why don't you join the gang and catch the move in OIH? If you were with us with gold, you would have caught the move in gold, a 30% increase. We caught the 30% move. Some of my gang members captured 20% of it, some 10% of it. I hope a few caught it all. But we had a 30% move in GDX, and look at it. It's doing beautiful. Now, the reason why it's pulling back, and I'm going to show you my PT2 chart, it's still green. See? It's still green, and it's pulling back. So that says stay in, take some profits. Anytime it's green and it pulls back, do not get out of the stock. It means institutions are just taking profits, so you should take some profits. So GDX is looking really good, and it's pulling back because oil prices are going up. And when oil prices came down, that meant diesel fuel came down, and these mining stocks use a lot of diesel fuel. So that's why gold mining stocks took off, because diesel fuel was in half. They're going to make more profits. And that's unusual because the dollar's up. When the dollar's up, you never see gold going up. So now that oil's going back up, you're going to have a chance to get into our gold mining stocks. So join the gang, because as gold mining stocks pull back, you can see it's green, and it's telling you to stay in, and then we'll get a signal, okay, to buy once more. And you should be with us on gold or on oil, okay? So check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com, join the gang, and learn how to use these charts. Okay, the auto numbers came out today. Now remember, in November, the auto sales were 17.2 million. That's in November. That was the best since 2003. Now, December, they dropped from 17.2 to 15.4. And now, today, the numbers came out in January. They dropped from to 13.5. So 17.2 to 13. What's going on? Well, remember, this is just like what happened with stocks. When they come out and they tell you, CNBC and the rest of these, look at, like in December, Ford and GM and Chrysler pushing 4-year sales to the highest level since 2006. Chrysler, Nissan, Hyundai, Honda, and GM all reported strong December annual sales numbers. Big numbers. That's sending the wrong signal. It's suggesting there's a sustaining power in this fake economic recovery. And they're using the car sales as the measurement as to, hey, this is a sustaining rally. It's not. And worse, Obama said in the State of the Union address, hey, middle class economics are working. This is why car sales are going up. And then he kept telling us about manufacturing. Remember what he said about manufacturing? And all his, and everybody drove me nuts. Listen to this. This was Obama.
95% of the world's customers live outside our borders. We can't close ourselves off from those opportunities. More than half of manufacturing executives have said they're actively looking to bring jobs back from China.
Nobody's looking to bring a job back from China. You got a guy in China that's working for 15 cents an hour. What, are you going to bring him back here to work for $15 an hour? Plus you got to give him health care and now child care and 7 days leave free. What are you, nuts? This guy's nuts. He's crazy. But they lie to us.
What we have to remember is we've had 10 million jobs created since the Great Recession. You see manufacturing is up with over 700,000 jobs created in the manufacturing.
All nuts. No, we didn't create 10 million. Created 6 million, not 10 million. And then?
We're seeing growth in manufacturing.
No, we're not seeing growth in manufacturing. How can that be? When manufacturing for 2013 and 2014 is still 3.2%. Since Obama took office, there were 8 million manufacturing jobs. It's dropped to 6 million. That's 2 million fewer manufacturing workers since he took over. So how can they say this? And while manufacturing workers earned a wage, we know this, higher than, let's say, a bartender, a waitress, or a retail clerk, the manufacturers' real wages dropped 4.4%. Oh, I see. That's why they're bringing them back. Oh, I got it. They dropped 4.4%. That's 3 times faster than for all workers overall. So the manufacturing wages have dropped faster than all the workers out there in all the other sectors. What's he talking about? Manufacturing is doing well. It's not. We'll take a look at the stock market when we get back. Phil's gang, join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 9 a.m. on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands, at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. So, Phil's Gang, Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 9 a.m. on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands, at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Please grab a pen and paper or type this into your phone. InvestYourself.com. For the best free financial newsletter on the planet, go to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. Hi, my name is Bob Renier, and for over 20 years I've been publishing InvestYourself.com, and I guarantee this is the only newsletter that provides the truth. It's easy to read, and it's free. Consider this. The feds have just ended the QE program in this country, but Japan and Europe continue to print money, and all of this affects our stock market in ways you've never seen before. I invite you to sign up at InvestYourself.com. Our absolutely free newsletter will help guide you through what's really affecting our markets instead of the nonsense you hear from the mainstream media. For over 20 years, people have called it the best free newsletter on the planet, and I think you'll agree. Take a moment and go over to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. It's absolutely free, no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's InvestYourself.com, InvestYourself.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Gang, InvestYourself.com.
That's right. Don't forget, InvestYourself.com, the newsletter. It's absolutely free. You should get it before it's not free. Bob Renier, his newsletter, I really believe is the best on the planet. I really do. It's absolutely free. This man has never lost money in the market over, 20, 25 years? Check it out. It's free. What do you have to lose? So I would do it now before it's not free any longer. So make sure you get grandfathered in. Okay, that's InvestYourself.com. And you should InvestYourself.com. Stop relying on people. You don't need brokers, because you don't need people that tell you, advisors on investing, because PE ratios don't matter. Price to book, profit margins don't matter. Operating margins don't matter. You know what really doesn't matter? we used to judge the management of the CEO, okay, or we used to judge the management of the company, the CEO and his team, by looking at what did he get for us as a return on our assets, or what did this team get for us as a return on equity. No more. Nobody cares anymore. Why? Because all the QE and all the stock buybacks, all they're doing is shoving the stocks up without sales. So all those things are gone. So all you do is use a chart to see, well, when's Vanguard going to invest? When is T. Rowe Price going to invest? When's New York Mellon or J.P. Morgan Chase or Franklin? When are they going to put money into gold or whatever? And here, look on my chart. Go to philsgang.com. And if you have a mobile device in front of your computer, just go to philsgang.com and click on Watch Live. Now look at this. The dollar has dropped. The dollar has dropped, and our gold has gone up. Our gold has gone up. So as I told you, with oil starting to go back up, gold is pulling back a little bit. And that's good. That's good. That's what you want. And then what we got now is we got the dollar coming down. Remember, it's the gold always goes, every time the dollar goes up, gold goes down. But this time, gold's been going up even though the dollar's been up. That's unusual. But now, as I told my gang members, and we said in class, what we need to really invest in gold or gold mining stocks, we got to see the dollar drop. Right now, it's just been a trade. Yes, it went up 30%. It's been a wonderful trade, and our gang members caught a lot of that 30%. But you can't invest not until we see the dollar continue to drop. Then go in and switch from a trade to investing in gold or gold mining stocks. And that's what we're doing right now. So what I would suggest, and you can see it on the chart, the dollar's pulling back. See it? That's what you want. And when that dollar goes up, okay, when that dollar keeps going down, gold will turn around and really start moving. And it's starting to move a little bit today again to the upside. You can see it right here, starting to move a little bit to the upside. So go to my gang, join the gang, philsgang.com. All right. So remember, they keep telling us how that manufacturing is just coming back.
Manufacturing has had a very good comeback.
And it's not true at all. Manufacturing is slowing. Why? Due to the weak global demand. There's no demand. And then, of course, the falling crude oil prices. So that's one of the things. And the December orders for manufactured goods has declined 3.4%. And in November, they revised what they had from 1.7%. They dropped it to 0.7. No, manufacturing is not coming back. That's not what's coming back. Oil is coming back, not manufacturing. Don't listen to these people. Cars aren't coming back. What has been driving these auto sales is a 120 billion subprime auto paper machine driving millions of transactions, which are recorded as auto sales, but in fact are more in the nature of short-term loaners destined for the repo man. It's over for these stocks. Let's take a look at Ford. We'll put up Ford. Now you can notice on Ford, when we put Ford up on our chart, and I'm going to do it right now for us. I'll put it up on Ford. Look at the pullback Ford has had. Pullback it's had. I mean, huge. The pullback started at $18. It pulled all the way back to $13. Now what we're seeing is investors, you see how it turned green? Investors are, that's about a 27% pullback. Investors now are just starting to come back in. Why? Because they know that the prices, okay, of these stocks, they've been hit, and prices are going to get hit even more, and they're going to be there to buy these bargains, and they're going to start picking up some of these stocks like Ford. Look how it got hit. So investors are going in, picking up a little bit, and we should go down even a little bit more. And they're just going to work their way into these Ford and GM, and then we'll tell our gang members, okay, when to buy Ford. Okay, right now I wouldn't buy it, even though it turned green right now. We need a little bit more. We only have 2 days. We need a little more proof here. Let's take a look at GM. See, that's the thing. You gotta, when you come in, and if you don't want to be a gang member, at least when you get the chart, you'll at least get a lot of support. We show you how to use these charts. They're very easy. Your kids can use them. And look at the same thing we had GM, big pullback on GM. Now it just turned green. just turned green. Because why did they get that big pullback? Because people know, investors know that all that's been driving these auto sales have been subprime auto paper, just like what drove the housing business, the paper, the subprime paper, right? That's what drove housing. They'd loan to anybody, and then J.P. Morgan would take all the mortgages and then peddle them. And they even put AAA ratings on. No, they weren't any good. They're doing the same exact thing. So that's why you saw this big fall. And now the institutions are starting to come in and take advantage of it so they can buy some of these stocks. But we're holding back a little bit, but join the gang, and we'll tell you when we'll show it in class. And when the pattern sets up in class, then we'll tell you, hey, okay, it's time to go in. Remember, we're a teaching format. We are not money managers, okay? All right. Now, we also have this big lie they've been telling us, that we have this 5.6% unemployment rate. Listen to this. This was Sunday, Chuck Todd.
Unemployment of 5.6%.
5.6%. It's just unbelievable. Here's the whole clip.
Now, I got a little graphic here. December 12, unemployment rate, 7.9%. Stagnant GDP. Dow sitting at barely 13,000. Look where we are 2 years later. Unemployment of 5.6%. GDP 2.6%. Not as much as some people would like. The Dow up 5,000 points. Is that the definition of an economic policy that hasn't been working?
So here he's saying, wait a minute, look at this. The economic policy Obama's been working. Look at this. It's been working fine. Unemployment's at 5.6%. And then he talked about, look at the stock market. Look where it is. Things are going well. Well, why don't you I wish somebody would tell the truth. When will someone tell the truth? The unemployment rate's 12%, not 5.6%. Even the President of the United States, State of the Union address, looked in the camera, lied to everybody. 300 million people saying it's 5.6%. When in fact, it's not. It's not. It would be so easy to tell the truth. That, hey, it's really 12%. And I hear that all the time. It's 5.6%, but I don't feel that. Because what they don't tell you, the truth is that they ignore, that they overlook that when a person leaves a job, and whether it's 6 weeks or 6 years, if you stop looking over the past 4 weeks for a job, the past 4 weeks, you've been out of work for 10 years. In the last 4 weeks, if you stop looking, they don't count you as unemployed. They count you as discouraged, but not as unemployed. So remember that. The unemployment number is really 12%. And that's why you're seeing cars. You're seeing all of a sudden now these car sales starting to go down, and you're seeing why the economy is starting to go down. This is all coming together, gang. I'm telling you, that's why you got to be a gang member. Take advantage of all this.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.